Alright, we're going to look at some spreadsheets today, and then we're going to play a game called Battlegraph. To get into spreadsheets, all you have to do is go up to the new area, just like you do any other project, doc, or slides. We go to More, and we go down to where, oops, it's right there. It is under Google Sheets. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. One of the things that's super important to do, as with probably all your projects, is you need to make sure that you retitle it. And so I'm just going to call this Practice Sheet, P-R-A-T-C-I-C, Practice Sheet. And in Sheets, you have a whole bunch of the kind of icons and stuff up here. You may be familiar with this type of stuff here because that's all in your Google Docs. And then you have some additional things here. We'll talk about those things later. First off, you have columns and you have rows. So columns are just like the columns in buildings, the things that go vertically up and down. What is labeled in each of the columns? Is it numbers or is it letters? It is letters. You are correct. And the rows are labeled with numbers here as well. Now, a couple things that you can do in here. So when I click on this one, it's almost just like Battleship when I click in a cell here, and I would call this cell A1, or this would be cell B1. What cell is this right here? It is C5. What cell is this one right here? It is E11. Now, some of the things you can do is, if I select this box right here, this selects your whole cell. But one of the things you can do, did I just say that? I think I did. I can actually click, and if I hold my mouse right here, I can actually widen, and I can shrink my columns a little bit if I want to. I can also do that up and down here, so I can actually widen my rows or shrink my rows. Now, if I want to do everything at once, I could just click this button right here. It highlights the whole cell, and if I do this, it'll actually do that for every single cell. And if I want to make these really wide, it'd make that really wide for all of them. So here's what you're going to do today. We're going to learn how to actually put some text into cells. So to put something in a cell, I can go ahead and click on the cell, and I can actually put any text that I want. So I can type miss, or I can type in hit, which ties into what our game that we're going to be playing today. So here we go. In Canvas, you're going to go ahead and click on the thing that says Make Copy of Battlegraph. Battlegraph. Now, in the game Battlegraph, it's very similar to Battleship, and so this is a game that you'll need to play with someone else. If they don't have access to my class, you can always share your copy with them so they can play the game with you. Now, in the game of Battleship, you have your different ships. You have your aircraft carrier, you have your battleship, which has 4 spots, a cruiser, which has 3, a destroyer, which has 3, and a frigate, or it's also called, I can't remember patrol boat, actually has 2 there. What you're going to do in this little Battlegraph area is this is where you're going to place your ship. Your ships, and you're going to type the letter here. So if I want to put my aircraft carrier here, and all ships have to go vertically or horizontally, so I'll put my aircraft carrier right here. Okay, and I will go ahead and put my battleship right here. I'll put my destroyer right here. I'll put my cruiser right here, and that dreaded frigate or patrol boat I'm going to put right there. Okay, so here's the way the game works. You're going to be with your partner. Your partner is going to be facing away from you. And what they're going to do is they are going to call a letter and a cell. So say, for example, I'm playing with Chris, and he says A1. What I'll go over here is I'll look over here, and I will say hit. And what he's going to do on his is he's going to actually record it. And I'm going to show you how to record it. Now, if I'm playing this game and I call, let's say, H3, and my partner says miss, I'm going to type M right here. And if you notice, the M showed up right here. You don't see it right away. I have to hit enter, or I can hit up and down on my keyboard. I hit actually down right there. So I hit M, and if you notice, it actually labeled it for me. My partner goes and asks, and then it's my turn again. I'm going to go ahead and say G3, and my partner says hit. And so I put an H. I hit enter or up and down arrows, and it shows up right there. And as we're playing the game, my next move after my partner goes, I may say G4, and that might be a hit. My partner goes, and I'm going to go again, and this time I say G5, and it's a hit. It's really important that your partner tells you once you have destroyed a ship. Now, in this case, he may say, oh, you destroyed my cruiser. One of the things I can do is I can continue to move on if I want to, but I'd like to know personally that I sunk a ship. So I'm going to go ahead and click this. I'm going to hold down my Shift key, and I'm going to click the bottom one. And if you notice, they're all highlighted. I'm going to actually click this little strike through button. So that tells me that that was a ship and it is sunk already. And the object of this game is to sink all of the other players' ships before they sink yours. Have a great time.